on last Monday. So I'm coming out of a whatever. So that's why my voice is cracking so much. So I apologize, guys. But I am with the freshman records. Other schools, like football teams, do this. They'll have your freshman lifting records and then your team lifting records. So I think that this is a great idea. And, not to toot my own horn, but at UT, we do this thing called the Quadrathlon. And everybody talks about it. It's bigger than NCAA's to us. It's bragging rights. So basically, you do 4 50s of every stroke. So when I was there, just like a time standard, right? So 50 fly, I think was 22.0. Back was 23, I think 20. Let's just say 23. Breaststroke was a 28.0. Freestyle was a 21.0. And if every 10th you went under the time standard, netted you 10 points. Right? Every 10th you went over the time standard, subtracted 10 points.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you add up your score. So a lot of times, like people who can't swim breaststroke, like you're done in the quadrathlon, like you're done. Right? So my freshman year, and keep in mind, this is when tall breaststroke, Kevin Cordes doesn't exist. Kevin Cordes is 6'5", for those of you who don't know. So tall breaststrokers don't exist at this point. So I'm like the guy. I'm 6'8" out of high school going, adjusted for Swimflation, like 52 out of high school. I was 54.8 in 2009. Third fastest in my recruiting class. So you go look up what the third fastest swimmer does. That's me in today's time. And so I end up being, to Chris Kubik's knowledge, the first freshman to ever break 4,000 points. So you look above me, it's like it's like our college seniors and then the pros. Like those are the only people who beat me. I beat like almost everybody on the college team except Ricky. I want to say it may have been Hill because he's got those dolphin kicks and he just wrecked the fly in the backstroke. But I remember I climbed out and Eric Freeland had this Freeland. He just got this shit-eating smile. He's like, I never seen somebody that tall swim breaststroke that fast. I went like 27.8, I think. But so I'm with it. I'm with the freshman records, Shout out to me, shout out to Kubik, shout out to UT. I'm with it. What do you think about the freshman records?
Yeah, I was scrolling through Instagram and I kept seeing like, oh, this is a new freshman record. And I was like, what are they talking about? And I've noticed a few schools doing it. Just, I guess we have freshman all I know is school record, pool record, team record, national record, meet record. Now, is freshman records? Is there? I didn't see any sophomore records.
I don't think you keep it like publicized like that. I think it's like an inner team thing.
Yeah. Maybe, I guess, but like, I don't know. It feels a little bit like let's give the little children a little ribbon so they feel better about themselves coming to college. Feels a little everybody gets a trophy to me.
Okay, let me see if I can persuade you. Right?
Please.
So my freshman year, I came in, I was doing 7 hours of practice a week in high school because of basketball, right? Monday and Tuesday, Friday, I had no swim practices in the afternoon because of basketball games. And then I could only get to like 30 minutes of swim practices because of basketball practice, which went after school. So let's just say me, I come into college, and I'm seeing, and there's Nick DiNacenzo, who's the #1 recruit, right? National high school record, 44 or whatever in the 200 IM, which was elite back then. Surhoff, who's Nick DiNacenzo Jr. at the time, but Surhoff ends up winning that 200 IM as a freshman.
You should use full names so the audience know who they can go Google.
Okay, right. So Nick DiNacenzo, right? DiNacenzo.
Legend.
Yeah, legend. There was a 3-way like fight for the national high school record between Nick DiNacenzo, Kyle Whitaker, and Matt Hauser.
Oh.
Yeah, Matt Hauser. So they were all going like 145s, 144s. And this is like before like Instagram and Reels and shit. So you're just seeing like these 3 kids from kind of 3 different areas going like DiNacenzo breaks the high school record in 200 IM. Hauser breaks the high school record. Whitaker, who's a junior, breaks the high school record. So they were just like fighting across the country. It was super turnt. But Nick ended up graduating at the end of the season. Nick had the record and graduated, came to UT. He was our fastest breaststroker in our recruiting class also at 53.1, which you go look at the number one breaststroker out of high school and adjust for swimflation. So I'm the third fastest breaststroker. Surhoff this is back when 149 is like going 144 out of high school. And he was 149, but he was also obviously the son of this Uber athlete and Paulie Surhoff, his mom, and BJ Surhoff, who played for the Orioles, #1 MLB draft pick. Mm-hmm. Funny story about Paulie, because Paulie's very humble, but like confident in what she says, right? I never forget, I went to Charles' wedding and they have this like basement where they have like everybody's like accolades. And you start reading Paulie's stuff and you realize that Paulie's like the most badass member of their family. Like, I forget how old she was, but she was like third at Olympic trials at some like super young age. You're like, yo, you said you were good. Everybody said you were good. I didn't know you was like this live. Like, Jesus, Paulie, you were him. Like, that's how turnt Paulie was. So, like, and then you have Cole, who was the first high schooler to go 46 and 100 back. Right? So I'm coming in with these like best of all time swimmers, you know, DiNincenzo Light, top 2 backstroker in the country, and then me, who's doing 7 hours a week in practice out of high school. So you give me a freshman record, like, oh, I'm trying to prove something. I got the 3 of the best swimmers in the country in my class. I'm trying to dominate these clowns.
Okay. And
that's how my freshman year went. You know, I went to the first meet, out of the B final, got second place overall. Didn't score any points, but I was in the B final. And then December meet, I take a senior spot on the A relay. We win the A relay over Arizona at their Texas Invite. Then I get sick, and everything goes to shit after that. But yeah, I'm with the freshman records all the way.
All right. One thing
then I get second place the next year in 200 free because I'm pushing myself to beat these people. So imagine there's a freshman all-time record now. Imagine what happens, right?
Okay. You did say something a couple times that I like, because it was something that I've always thought, but I never said out loud. You said adjusted for swim inflation.
Oh yeah, you gotta adjust for swimflation, dog. No, not swim inflation, swimflation.
Swimflation.
Nice swim original.
Because it always cracks me up when somebody comes in the comments and they'll like pull up my times or something, and they're like, "You couldn't even beat this person." I'm like, yeah, but you got to realize like the time I was swimming in, like
we didn't have YouTube.
Right. Like
YouTube was a dating site. I just found this out today. That's how YouTube started out. It's a dating site. YouTube was a dating site when we were swimming.
Yeah. So I'm like, hold up. Okay. I finished 7th or 8th at SECs in the 100 fly. I'm like, let me look up what that time is now. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. That's what I would have been today.
Yeah.
Swimflation. Yeah. I'm with swimflation. I'm with swimflation now. I'll join you on that.
Yeah, you know, they adjust for inflation everywhere else.
That's true.
You know, we keep it real, keep it 100. That's what we do at Night Swim.
The craziest swimflation, dude, is like 18 is like the new 19. That's so crazy to me.
Oh yeah, 50 yeah.
That's so crazy to me.
Wait, so I'd say 18 is like the new like 19.2. Is that fair? Because 19.2 meant you was booking it.
19.2 was an automatic 8. That was like an A cut when I was in college.
Well, it was an A final. Like that's like top 3, 19.2.
Yeah, 19.2 was NCAA A cut.
Yeah.
Because we had I
watched 18 mid, somebody barely breaking 19, and then the rest.
I watched the first 18s get swum.
Oh, for real?
Think about that. I was in high school. I was a senior in high school when Freddy Busquet went 18 at SECs.
Yeah, and shout out David Marsh too. Yeah,
and they were streaming it because I was watching it on the computer, and I remember I was in high school computer lab, like sneaking to watch the finals, and I was like, oh my god! And everyone around me was like, what are you freaking? I was like, this dude just went 18. Like, that's impossible. No one can break 19. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then he did it twice. And then on top of that, he was the first guy to break
The world 21.
Yeah, first guy to break 21.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, Freddy Busquet doesn't get enough. That's one of my favorite sprinters, man. He does. Shout out Freddy Biscuits.
Yeah, shout out Freddy Biscuits.
He doesn't get enough respect for the sprint, for the paving the way for these losers today. But yeah, dude, I think 18 is the new 19 because you got heist, dude.
So we're talking about 18 though. We're talking about 1899 is the new 1999.
Yeah,
I don't think so, bro.
I think so, dude. Look at how many college swimmers are going 19 low 18s right now. I mean, high school.
High school. Oh, okay, high school. Okay, all right. If we're talking about high school,
think about that.
Is 18? Okay.
If you went 19 as a high schooler, you were like,
yeah, you were the one.
There were like 3 people in high school that would go 19.
Yeah, there was 2 in my or the class above me. I don't think anybody did in my recruiting class.
It wasn't until Caleb Dressel came along when it was like, dude, how fast can this kid
I just have you right there. It wasn't until Jimmy Fegan, the Texas Longhorn, came along and went 19.4 that everybody got permission to go sub 20. Okay.
Facts. I'll give you that. Yeah. Okay. True. But now I'm scrolling through Instagram and I'm seeing people from like D3 Jansen State College going freaking 18.9 and 19. I'm like, what? That's not allowed. You're supposed to be going 21s and be happy about it.
Yeah. True.
Swimflation,
dog. See, but all right. So that's the reason I think because we talked to Josh about this, and we've talked about it, and we even talked to Shane about it. Oh damn it. Anyway, suits the training or the athletes, and I think everybody's answered based off the top people. I asked the question based on the whole picture. I haven't articulated that, so that's my bad. But the whole picture of athletes, I think that the suits, like it doesn't, like there's no way that great training has translated to all these schools. You see what I mean?
Yeah, yes and no. Yes and no.
That's what I'm saying. Yes and no. That's exactly my point. So something has to be making up the difference.
I don't think it's suits though. The suits is like
none of those lower schools have all 3. That's my thing though. None of them have the upper echelon athletes, the suits, and the training. They definitely have 1, maybe 2.
I think it's also part of Swimflation, like who is it? Steve Prefontaine in track when he was the first guy to break 5 minutes in the mile or something. Like he was the first person to do it, and then the following year 3-5 people did it. So it's like you need like you said, you need the permission. Someone needs to give everyone permission to do it.
Yeah, and
then it becomes doable. Like why are all these dudes going 17 now?
But but you're talking about the upper echelon of people, not the people who have no business doing it. So my point still stands.
We got a lot of no business people doing 19s. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
a lot.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have all 3 factors.
It can't be. The suits is like this much fabric. Like that can't make that much of a difference. If they're
telling you, 2017 out of shape Dax Hill. I have never experienced my muscles are fried. They're not contracting anymore, which means they ain't bending my knees for my kick. I've never experienced the suit doing it for me until I had one of those new suits on, bro.
Jammer.
Yeah. I've never in my life. Like I swear to God, I remember my legs were so fried, it was like, oh, I'm done. Like my race is over. 200 freestyle. And my knees kept producing, like bending like normal. I just remember thinking like, oh, this is cheating. Like my legs are not working anymore. Like they're not contracting, but the suit is the constriction of the suit kept, even though I could feel the lactate buildup, which lactate slows your contraction time. For those of you who don't know, I could feel it still maintaining my speed of my kick. And I knew it wasn't me. I knew it. It wasn't me doing that.
All right. Someone needs to send me one of these suits. I probably got one sitting in my closet, to be honest, because I got a bunch of suits I've never opened. But if we were arguing full body suits, I would be like, yeah, definitely the suits. But that little piece of fabric that goes from my top of my ball sack to my kneecap, it's not doing enough.
Hey, look, man. See, and this is what makes it difficult too, because there's like, trying to think who we could ask, right? It'd have to be, Ledecky made her first team in 2016 when all the new suits were coming out. So who do you ask? Just nobody that old who's like experienced when we had the BSS FS Pro remake or reversion to what exists now.
True.
And I believe that the athletes are better, but I refuse to believe that they're this much better.
Yeah, it's a big. But I mean, the training that we did back in the day was so bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, it's very possible. Just the smallest. Dude, when I was in college, people used to say swimmers can't lift weights because they'll get too bulky and sink. Now, if you're not lifting weights, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
So something that small could have had a big difference. Just getting in the weight room.
But then that's elite information, gate kept. You see what I'm saying? I just wish we had somebody who would give us some reference point. That's the only issue.
Maybe Nicolas Santos. That dude has been swimming forever, and he's still swimming.
Yeah, we got to get him on the show then. That's
maybe Ryan Murphy,
great name.
Or Ryan Murphy, who just jumped back in.
Yeah, Ryan's been around long enough too.